Nonz, Android 182, the movie. Okay, so this is really what I was trying to get out for the longest time. So if you guys don't know, I really like Blink-182's music. I don't like too much about their culture. I don't like this and that, and there's a really big problem with doing that, especially when you learn a whole lot about gangs. You can't just listen to something and not support it. That's a form of being gay in society. Where me, I just call that liking a song and downloading it. And literally, and we live in a fuck up society. Literally, when you download it, you have to be a part of that gang. Like literally, when you listen to that, you have to literally like gain traits of the gang of the fucking rapper you fucking listen to. I'm sorry, but it's the fucking shit. It's the same thing with fucking when I tried to go to school. When I was in high school, I tried to tell people I want to be unique. And when you think that like really it's about this and that, I learned in high school the game is about being unique. The game is fucking rape. When you're unique, they call you fucking lunatic and psycho, because you know why? There's no in between. Oh, there's no nothing to define your character in America. It's either you're a celebrity or fucking like literally you're basic. It's literally there's no in between in America. Literally, and it's fucking horrible. And you have to understand like literally. So what would happen is I'll tell them like really good punk rock bands that if you do your research, if you listen to every fucking punk rock band, you'll know that fucking this one's unique, and it's called Yellowcard. My favorite band is Yellowcard. I slap Blink-182, I abuse Blink-182 in my songs, but it doesn't mean shit because my favorite punk rock band is Yellowcard. And literally, my favorite song is Ocean Avenue. Like literally, any fucking time, anywhere that song is gonna hit, that song literally gave me really fucking mental problems because how much it made me imagine and how I never had girlfriend. The worst part about this is I always listen to Yellowcard why I never had a girlfriend. Why they have a girlfriend didn't mean shit. Because you know why? Because of fucking all the pain that they put me through. Oh, finally this song is fucking relevant and shit. It's fucking terrible what kids do to fucking Lily. The most unique concept. And you know, the truth behind it is that's also a part of the culture. That's also part of why the band was created. Because what they are is like Lily, they're a really good band, but they'll never get the respect as other fucking bands because Lily, it's rape. No fucking things involved because you can pinpoint shit in Yellowcard. Like Lily, fucking it being too soft, it being too alternative, it not literally standing for something in society. It literally just literally they feel like that is music just to waste time. Like literally when people put time and effort into literally making that music sound good, it fucking really sucks. It literally because what Blink-182 is, it divided the rock community into 3 different cultures. It divided the ICP culture, it divided the anarchy culture, and it literally it made screamo culture because they didn't like Blink-182 because literally how society says that you can live like them. The what you betray, well I learned in real life, you know, literally at the studio getting drunk with your best friends isn't even fucking real. Literally, it's never fucking real. If it is real, it revolves around fucking rape. Literally, that shit is a fantasy. Literally. You don't understand like literally because in punk rock people, well there is a way to live like that, and I figured it out too. But you have to do dark internet shit to live like Blink-182. You have to have literally know tons of hoes and know tons of wholesale low lives in order to fucking put bullshit together. You have to have literally fucking in-house relationships. You can have everything close by in order to live like that. And when you get older, you realize that's loser shit. You gotta understand like literally fucking like literally, and then the whole message of screamo is fucking like literally, why do you literally advertise punk rock when you know the music, the lyrics that you state comes from underground? And that's the whole reason why fucking Blink-182 is really out there. That's why really Tony Hawk really doesn't get respect that he deserves. Really, Tony Hawk has games. Really, is famous for being a skater. Really, the most famous skateboarder on paper, but not the famous skater called Lily. He's not the famous when they evolved this shit, but we like fuck that shit. Like Lily, who we praise growing up? Lily, fucking do we question Tory the Tiger? No, we fucking don't. No. But this society like Lily created the underground shit. So what they did was Lily, they gave the mainstream the view of the underground. So what's the whole point of making mainstream of Lily if you're gonna Lily know what happens to rappers like go in and out and Lily fucking Lily replace fucking Lil Chris and Lil Peep and Lil Pump and shit like Lily? What's the whole point of it? Like Lily, Blink-182 is a definition that Lily, I started listening, Lily, tried to imitate it while I had nothing else. And Lily, it's a really, it's not loser music, but it's really, it's Loserville, Lily, when you think about it, Lily, because Lily, it's universal music. It's shitty fucking music because Lily, you know, Kenny, like Lily, fucking, I met her and all she listened to was Blink-182. Fucking, nothing fucking else. Like Lily, our favorite fucking song is Feeling This. Oh my fucking god, Lily. And made me feel mad that she was my baby mama at one time because of how fucking basic that shit is and how it was delivered. And she's like, oh, okay, fucking Lily, you don't listen to anything at all the fucking new generation. You see, I'm watching get raped, and there's this music, okay, well, fucking, let's pick a random one. Oh, Blink-182, and they literally, they don't fucking, they get facts like that, they don't fucking reach out to anything else. But whenever I mention a unique one like Yellowcard, some 41, literally all these other ones that I put in work to fucking find those punk rock bands, I still get rejected by white people, and then they say, oh, we don't care anymore, girl, screamo. Lily, fucking Lily, what's the whole point? I thought the whole point of adapting to hip hop was Lily being selective. I'm very selective hip hop. Oh, I like Sub 41, so like that. Lily, Eris, that music doesn't exist. Like Lily, this fucking is crazy. Lily fucking supports suicide, silence, and dance camera dance. Lily, screamo fucking music and shit. Lily, that's some music for gang members and shit. Lily, and that's why I learned that the world was cruel. Lily, that's the story behind me and Isaiah. Lily, it wasn't enough. And then Isaiah and Lily went to a school where I clown face Lily supporting ICP, and Lily fucking not even screamo was enough. Now I had to be fucking Tristan Metal rap, and fucking Lily, nothing was enough. Lily. So everybody knows the meaning of So Julia video. This is Lily So Julia's goal in the whole entire series of Nonz as a whole. Her goal is to take down Android 182, because if you pay attention, So Julia is based off a pamphlet concept based off Cyrus from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and Julia or Crystal from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Do you know why? Because Cyrus has shaggy hair like a nigga, and Lily fucking Lily, he wears glasses like an old school Temptation. Lily, some Bell Biv DeVoe shit. Lily fucking Lily, glasses wearing nigga wearing afro and shit. Lily cool shaggy hair, you know, fucking Lily nerd fucking shit going on, popping the lock and b-boy back in the Lily, the early fucking hip hop days. Lily, I get that. Lily, some classical, you know, with the lenses color off. I fuck with Cyrus. So anyway, fucking way. So Julia is a shipping between Cyrus and Julia, and the real reason why I made it is because I figured out a whole lot. It was inspired by a girl named Lily who I met at the psych ward, who was actually younger than me, who didn't give me any trouble because he didn't have media toxicizing her. She was 13, so she didn't really get influenced. So like, imagine you were 13, right? You know how easy you were to get along with? You know how easy it was to get along with you when you were 13? Imagine you not trying to get pussy, but you're just trying to have a conversation with girls. She just happens to be 13, and she just happens to be fine, and you just talk about random shit. And then she doesn't have standards. She actually follows you and actually comes to her senses on like girls your age who are literally possessed and poisoned by standards. And she actually texts you when you're watching anime. Like, Lily, are you ready to talk? I'm horny. I'm like, I'm watching anime right now, and I was watching the Dofi versus Luffy fight. Then I learned, what's the whole point of getting girls my age or younger girls are so much down to earth? And that's why I learned that society was corrupt. They don't give black man a chance in society. This literally, they give the opportunity, they give the gang the opportunity to say you didn't get in high school right then and there. But literally making the younger girls more reasonable and stuff like that. So guess what happens when you learn how to play their game? Gangsters are known for like cheating the system at certain times. So what if you cheat the system but you do it legally? What if you talk to a girl like Lily but wait till she's 18 and shit like Lily? And then Lily, what if you do like Lily, send Lily a dick pic once the turns 18, you can't do shit because you were being discreet. Then that gangster has every fucking record trying to hunt you down for life and shit. It's really, really a cruel world out here. And Lily was really, really kind. It was this guy named Justin who shoved like jokes down my throat, and at the end of the fucking year, after he got rejected, after he ruined his school reputation for picking on me because I used to be in special ed, he literally used to be one of the funniest guys in school. Then he ended up in school joke because he kept on picking on a special ed kid. And so Lily, it went from him cracking the biggest jokes to him ruining his reputation because he never backed it up for his actions. He was talking all this shit about how he can beat me in a fight. Oh, don't think you're fucking Mike Tyson ass can beat me. Eris fucking block your face and shit. And then Lily, when I came up to fight him, he hit me in the head with a baseball bat. I got back up and Lily grabbed one of his uncle's wooden planks that he was using in his car for construction. He was talking all that shit about how I couldn't fight. That Lily, he fucking ran away from me, ran off his roof. I threw the fucking board in his back and shit. Like Lily, he was talking all that shit, Lily, about how I wasn't there with the fight. You know, I finally Lily stood up to him. He tried to hit me in the head with a baseball bat and still fucking ran away. You don't understand, Lily. And that guy was tracking all those jokes, telling me to adapt to him. I'm telling you that to do high. Be aware of your fucking surroundings and shit. I'm cracking jokes. I have a girlfriend. Get with the fucking picture. Like Lily, this, that. And then I fuck him up and shit. And Lily, then I beat the most popular guy in school in a dance though. And then fucking work out there. Black out, getting all the flavors, and so they created Lily, a band that sucked, and then they created Hit the Lights, and then Lily stupid ass supplements from Blink-182, just to prove their point that I'm pop, and I'm not really punk because I don't wear holes in my shoes. I'm like, hold up, music is a form of expression. I have the right to do this and that, and like, Lily, fucking, you don't have the right to dictate where I'm coming from. The only right where you do is that I actually have to join your gang, or if I'm using your gang members' techniques, no. If I actually am a gang member on paper, that's the only way you can judge me. That way we're both in the same field in the same game and stuff like that. So what if Lily, a girl, Lily, is your fist is big? You know you can't fucking get me to go discreetly. So what you do is you put a prize in front of my face. You make sure that this is the only way I can get woman is to go out in one thing all the way and fuck up my criminal record or be a nerd all the way. Lily, don't play a system. The shit that you do all day, you play the system all day. and choose a stereotype or join a gang. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out what fucking life is and shit. And literally, freaking, I've seen so many people who suffer from literally abusing the system, for literally abusing human nature. Literally, they were in control of the men, but when God finally told them the tricks are over, literally, they lost control of every fucking thing. The reason why I showed Julia is literally Android 182's enemy in Nonz is because of what he stands for. Android 182, I will stop at nothing but to take you down. What so Julia did for the culture and how she stood up for literally the rock community is outstanding, because literally you'll understand literally, because this is a white guy with glasses getting with a black girl with attitude, with literally freaking literally, and the whole thing, if you know Cyrus was real, you get what I'm saying, like he wouldn't have problem going out with her because of how mature Cyrus is in the show. So you have to understand it's really good shipping, because not only is he black, not only does they understand that he's mature, that means literally Cyrus has to fight for that black girl, Cyrus has to do this and that, everything that Cyrus isn't in the fucking show he will become in order to get with, in order to maintain Julia in real life, in order to keep the opportunity to have an understanding girl like her, which is the whole meaning of so Julia. Android 182, nothing but literally the exact opposite of understanding. Android 182 is based off the movie Android 13 from Dragon Ball Z and Ice Age. Literally, it's a parallel freaking Ice in Time, literally, where Android 182 was frozen for a very long time. It's something to show Julia and take it down. So there's gonna be multiple Android fuses in this. It's not really elaborate thing, freaking Boomer, Santelica's confirmed, Zap isn't. What it is this is epic for Saturn. We're gonna start making, certain machine references and Nonz. Like Lily, you mean Nechi, why didn't you win? You were this close to something that we're gonna really expose, like Lily, how the CERN machine changes the community. Lily, our favorite characters are gonna end up getting victories or something, but we're end up gonna have Lily their very performance, and Lily, we're gonna figure out what this is. That's also gonna be the meaning of DC Beyblade universe. Also stay tuned, there's going to be a Sandlot movie from now on. So as I stated, Lily, Nonz movies will be unlimited, but they'll only come once every 5 years, 10 years, if they impact the community. Right now they're all filled up, because literally, what I mean by there's Nonz community movies and there's regular Nonz movies that are actual part of Nonz canon storylines, like Ants Holes, like Glyman, those are all canon Nonz movies, but like literally freaking the movies that are made for the communities, like Bayside is half community, half canon. You have to understand that. And literally, this is true community. So we're doing the Sandlot, the tuning exam, Stalk in the Yard. Those are fun ones. Those are when I get to test out Chopsky, literally, you don't understand, like literally, you have to understand, like literally, what I mean by all these specials, all these non-specials, literally, it has to affect the community. Like, it has to, like, represent a big piece of time. So this literally is the Sandlot. This is representing Sean Schimmel, and like how we had to literally tie him up and down for a week on end. Literally, it was 3 times a week that he got locked up, and literally freaking. So this is representing the tuning exams at Sandlot. So literally, there's gonna be a couple, ones referencing the tuning exams. There's gonna be a first one with the one with the 4th through Stuff New York, and the second one is gonna involve when they're actually in the Sand Village with the Sandlot. Literally, it's gonna be the Sandlot version of the tuning exam and Nonz. That's the community view. Do you know why? That's teaching these cringy boys a lesson. Like literally, you don't know what Uncle David, Uncle Tommy, Uncle Sonny had to do back in the day when they were faking to get pussy. Back when they used to fake literally drowning and stuff like that. That's to get saved by the female lifeguard. That's what the Sandlot was about. Go watch that movie. That's the scene in that movie. That was one of the most impactful things. And literally, it let you know that people were really crafty back in the day. That humanity was just evolving. So literally, everything and anything could happen back in the day. As far as my stereotype, but only a couple of things can happen. Like literally, it was just you or your 2 feet back then, literally. So the Sandlot is gonna represent Sean Schimmel's, different goatees. Like literally, how you had to do a whole lot more growing up. How we were not seeing more stronger kids back then, due to being held to a stronger standard, due to not having as much transportation. Some of that how we were all not too stronger, due to actually having a better military service back then. Literally, this and that. Literally, what we had to do to fit in and what we had to do to make up for how boys will be boys was an actual thing back then, because they were actually doing shit. They were actually playing sports. They were actually putting themselves out there. Who boys gives them way too much power. You can't say boys will be boys when we have the power of internet today. It's a big literally time gap with the Android 182 movie, because it references why Ice Age is a thing. And literally, the reason why I started in Ice Age is because literally about the time with the time matter of the CERN machine, and the time matter doing literally with the Android 182 in general, literally where he had to stay frozen, but why literally the sides of society literally got turned in and out. So there's gonna be a glacier drift for Lily, and there's also gonna be like really references like literally the Charlie Brown Christmas special. There's definitely gonna be a representative. Android 182 will be like literally everything snowy. Maybe Froststar will be confirmed, and maybe Gold Hawk will be confirmed, but Better is definitely gonna destroy shit. Bennett might ski. He might and he may not ski. It may be a director's cut. Right now, I don't see Bennett skiing. The only thing that I have Bennett doing right now is surfing and skateboarding. Nothing else. So Julia is basically destroying the douchebag that Lily applies standards for Lily. There's no standards to be needed. Lily, when you already met standards, but you apply extra ones just to sue a special operation, Lily. She is destroying Android 182. So basically Android 182, Lily, is really a big ass use block. He's based off Lil Peep, Lil Pump, and Android 13, and he's a hip hop, fanatic, like Lily fucking, he's a colored hair, dreadhead, Lily with the biker hat still, like Lily, a crazy ass, fucking, maniac, Lily, ha ha ha, South Julia, I reckon you fucking out my mojo. You're the reason why society has such tolerance for stupidity. Android 182 is the reason why you have to recognize our Travis Barker is an amazing drummer, why you have to view them as shitty people. They're not shitty people in real life, but you have to view them as shitty people, because these same people left you stranded because they were so good dealing with their life personally that they left you with life's complexity. That's where they got turned down by their community. And the same thing happened with Tony. So you guess what they do? COVID happened with a whole bunch of other shit. I know that Lily, a lot of people had the same problem I did at junior high. What? I worked hard for it. I lowered my standards. I did what was required to adapt to life. No, we're popular. We're in charge of stuff like that. Like, no, you're just faking mom and dad. Like, Lily and stuff like that. So they faked mom and dad so long until the point where mom and dad gave up, and they gave up on the world. So Lily, and they thought that they could take over. But no, one person came in and stopped the day. But same thing, Travis Barker, Tony Hawk, Lily, both their communities. The reason why I created Android 182 specifically for their communities, they were in the making of their communities. So Lily, when they left and when they told them shit like that, Tony was completely fair because they weren't tray flips. They weren't fucking other flips like they were, Lily, in the beginning of, skateboarding. Tony Hawk started out, with Lily, when we were just doing it on rails, like Lily, when we were actually going to skate park, he was a skate park skateboarder, and people started to make up their own tricks for personal use. And like Lily, just like Lily, they started creating their own, like Lily, genre of rock for personal use. Like we created folk metal, we created screamo, we created this, that, we created psychedelic screamo just to fool you for a second. Like Lily, we have to make sure there's some screaming in there, but we're gonna fool you with a melody here and there. They're just a straight up screaming that Lily, once you join a gang, this is what it is, which is a really fucked up thing. So what they did was Lily, they were both their creations, so they already knew that Travis and everybody else was a dick in Blink-182. So our Plug community asked them, Lily, why are you advertising this and that? Well, we have to struggle, this and that, Lily. Plug is this and that, Lily. So they created their own definition of Plug when Travis was in the making, and he just left. He's like, that's right, you're full of shit. You're gonna leave your fan base wondering who the fuck you really are as a person, and they're gonna be stuck, and we're gonna Lily enlighten them with who you really are. He's like, okay, alright, whatever. Well, fucking, I got my money. But just say, and that's why you're an asshole, and they robot only the strong survive, Lily. That's Blink-182's philosophy. Tony Hawk's philosophy is completely different. It's spread the white communities out. What Tony Hawk's philosophy was this, Lily. He was the creator where skateboard Lily became Lily before all those extra tricks. So Lily, what he did was he did just enough to become somebody who looked up to, just like the crocodile hunter and shit. He is the crocodile hunter of skateboarding. So you have to understand, like Lily, what Tony did was Tony Lily moved out the country. Lily, he made Skate 2. He made everything like Lily. I mean, he didn't make Skate 2, but he made like Lily his own fucking skateboard game. Lily, after he contributed his for the community first. After he did his shit for the community first, what they did was they harassed Tony, knowing that they couldn't get the same thing with Travis. They could make a Blink-182 out of Tony. So guess what they did, Lily? After he made his fundraisers, after he called them out for being wrong, they tried to claim that he was full of shit, that he backed down the generation where he was in the making. He was in the making when skateboarding blew up. So what the community did with him is that they didn't do the exact opposite, Lily. So they said the same thing about him. Like, yo, we're fucking Lily, you left your community dry. So we let it evolve when you fucking Lily left the decay and stuff of that, Lily. That's what they tried to say, Lily. When really they harassed Tony. They didn't let him get away with being a good person. Let's say they didn't let Pink get away with being unique. They didn't let B get away with being a good person. They waited until Tony got out of the country and changed the fucking story to Lily, and they started influencing a whole bunch of other ways. Just like the gang who I just took down recently. Alberto and Lily stated before that they had to work out. The Platinum Boys need to work out. They were responding with marathons because that's how they know they play God and stuff with Lily. We had a good relationship with God even though we're a gangster and stuff with Lily. So like Lily, the Platinum Boys say a new generation Norte is very weedy and really doesn't want to work out and wants to work their way through every other problem but work out. Like Lily, butt changes a person. They want to listen to all this fucking music, Lily. Fucking abuse his gun and white tea, get this entry pass, Lily, travel, something that people are begging for, something that good people are begging for, and they're fucking getting this entry pass that's real. said the same thing about Norte as the same thing. Like, literally, that's the thing that's been happening in Goldberg. Literally, they kick all the people who have quality. Everybody who puts their work, they kick out. And then literally, they come and they change the story out of nowhere. Like, no, this is how they originated. And literally, this and that. And then they didn't know, well, if this is originated, do you know Platinum Boys? It's like, what do you mean? So that literally, freaking, I know Woody. I'm like, do you know the Platinum Boys? No, but seriously, this is for everything. That's literally just like, this is why I had to date a younger woman. This is why literally I had to literally date a woman literally with lower standards. This is why I had to do so much society. This is why you won't let me just fuck normally. This is why you don't let anybody fuck normally. Why you try to bring out Disney fancy, it doesn't work. This is the meaning of Nonz, Android 182, the movie.